Hey there, it is Kim Marie, and I hope you're having a great day. I want to talk today about my thoughts on resentment causing depression. So, I want you to imagine that your body is a vessel, just like a cup, right? Or a bucket, if we filled a bucket with sand, right? So I want you to imagine your body is a vessel. So this image came to me this morning, and yeah, that's why I'm sharing it. And it's a vessel of energy, and we have a certain amount of energy for the day, just like similar to filling a bucket of sand. And we decide, so when we are focusing on things that have already happened to us, when we're focused on a situation that hurt our feelings or made us feel disempowered or made us feel unloved or disrespected in some way, then what we are doing is we're going into the past, and we're kind of getting drained by that energy. So if you think about depression, this is what came to me while I was in my meditation. Depressed. And then you think about resentment, actually was the word I was thinking of. So resentment to me sounds like resending something. So imagine if you keep resending energy, because you already had energy. When that moment happened to you, it already made you feel a certain way, which drained your energy for that moment, right? But then we get to decide if we want to hold on to it or not. Now, a lot of the times we don't think that we get to decide that, but we actually do. So every time that feeling or that memory comes up, or you tell that story again, what you're doing is resending the energy, the amount of energy that it took from you that day, and it's resending it from the present energy as well. So you're literally in resentment. How do you like that one? But you're resending energy. So the amount of energy that took is like emptying 3/4 of your bucket. So now the amount of energy that you're running on is so limited, is a fraction of who you are, and you don't even realize it, because we're continually keeping that resentment, keeping that story alive. So it's not that we act like that thing didn't happen. It's not that we just make it okay and we make things that people do to us okay. It's that we let go of the hold that it has on us. And the way to do that, a couple of ways to do that. The release work that I like to teach is, number one, yes, you definitely want to validate your feelings. You definitely want to know that you're heard, that you're valued, that you're understood, that it's not okay to treat people that way. We want to know that. We want to know that you don't have to keep yourself in situations that are harmful or disrespectful in some way. But it's letting them off the hook to take you off the hook. So what you're letting off the hook is not the behavior. It's the fact that that person, that situation doesn't always result in that way. And if they do, like hurting people hurt people, right? So if someone's hurting, then their blinders are on, right? Because they're drained, their energy is being drained. So they only have a fraction of themselves, like we just spoke about. Their bucket is this full. And with their bucket this full, it's hard to see from all angles. We get very, very linear and focused on the problem because we only have this much energy. It's when we are full and when we are expanded that we can utilize all of what we have. And this is where I come from when I talk about these videos. In these videos, I'm coming from a place of expansion. I'm coming from a place of, I've just meditated, I've just filled my cup, I'm in my best self, and I'm sharing a concept that works. Now, I'm not always in my best self. There are times I get caught in the story. but it's how long we decide to stay in that story. Can we remind ourselves that, oh, I'm investing in something that's to my detriment and isn't hurting or helping the other person either, right? It's only hurting me. It's only emptying my cup, and it's what's worse, it's making me, because my cup is empty, it's making me vulnerable to act just like the person or situation that did that to me. So when we think about, I had a conversation with someone last night about repairing a situation with the person's child. And grown child who has some feelings of resentment or felt whatever, abandoned or lost trust or whatever it is, right? And this person is working really hard on themselves to improve in so many ways and just wants another chance for his child to know him now, and to give him the opportunity now. And he said, can you help me? I'd love it if we can have a conversation about that. And I said, sure. And then I took a shower that before we had gotten together, and what came to me was, then he needs to reevaluate his relationships with his parents. And I thought, okay, let me really dive into that one. Well, think about that. Your parents did what they did with the limited amount of resources they had at the time. And, some of them were really great resources, and some of them were depleted days and depleted resources. But those moments might have left a lasting memory in you that keeps you stuck and keeps you feeling unlovable or disempowered. And so even though you might say you forgave them, there's some hidden resentment if you're still telling that story, right? Still telling that story in a disempowered way. There are some people that use their story as an example, but it's actually something they see what they've learned from it, right? They see how, maybe the way they were treated in that moment taught them never, to be so conscious of not treating another person that way. That's a gift. That's a huge gift out of the situation. So it really is about being able to see people as human, being able to see people as hurting, being able to understand that a person's actions in one moment doesn't make it the totality of that person. It makes them human. And if we're not willing to let go of that resentment, then don't expect others should let go of the resentment against you when you were falling short on energy that day. We fall short. And I know that I'm not perfect. And I would appreciate grace. But if I would appreciate grace, and if I would appreciate people not putting me on a pedestal and giving me the opportunity to be human, then I have to be willing to do that first. So that's my message for today, because it only keeps you stuck anyway. Resentment causes depression. You were not born depressed. And when we put ourselves on some kind of a substance to suppress the feeling, all it's doing is keeping you more stuck. It's never going to give you joy, peace, or freedom. It's never going to give you what you want. Your soul is always going to call you to want more than that feeling of being stuck and numbed. If you want to feel alive, then you have to work through your stuff. You have to work through and release that. Get it out of your body so that your body can fill like the vessel it is, and get 100% of your energy back. My goal is to empower as many people as I can. And sometimes my message is, always about us taking responsibility. It's not blame, never blame, but responsibility. Because no one can give you your cup. No one can fill your cup. No one can give you your power back, and no one can take your power. We do it to ourselves. So let's take our power back today. Just reevaluate. Look at things from a different angle. Like I said, I was a mother at 20 years old. Have I made mistakes? Yes. If I was a mother at 30, would I make mistakes? Yes. If I was a mother at 40, would I make mistakes? Yes. And the truth is, if I can go back and undo those things, I would, but I can't. The only thing I can do is learn from my mistakes and be a better me today. And I have to be willing to let others have the same opportunity in my life, or I'm really not coming from a place of love at all. And if I'm not coming from love, I can't receive love either. So that's my message of the day. I hope it inspires you. If it's inspired you in any way, please share it, please like it, please let me know. It's really helpful. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.